Alright guys, I got a surprise. So I kind of told you what I was getting, and it's kind of rough, but it's totally worth the restore. It does have compression. I told you that I was going to trade in that Lawn Boy commercial if you watched that video, and I got this for nothing over trade because he said he actually wanted it when he saw it. He fell in love with it right away, and because it started first pull, you know. He was like, oh yeah, I could use it around my shop here to mow, because he had a large acre of property. And yeah, this is a 1957's millionth mower year. Pretty rare item today. Shroud's beat, completely shot. You couldn't even buff this out. It's pitted something fearsome, unfortunately. I know this thing. He picked this up at an auction. I think he paid like $1 for it, told me. Luckily, 90% of the deck is all wore out paint, so that will be easy to do. But it's a 5100, and it's the millionth mower year of 1957. There's an 18-inch cut with a C10 engine. Cap is shot, but the choke's a funny story. Still works perfect. Still got the original bushing in it. I don't think my wire wheel is going to get all this pitting out, and I'd rather have a nice shroud. So this particular model wasn't full-blown gold like the 58s and 59s were. Now the story with this one goes, and you'll see. So some of them were red, some of them were gold. I can't say with this one. I think this was gold. By the looks of it, that could be hard to tell. So this should have a dark hunter green deck with a gold shroud with this, and the original decals that you see is still here somewhat. It's gonna have ones like that, a repro. It's got the spring-loaded pilot wheel, double chamber muffler. Again, it's a C10. I saw it on the side of the. It's on the other side of this. I saw it. It's got a model and serial and everything. Not bad. I don't even see a single break in the deck. This deck is in immaculate shape. I mean, most of the time when you get them, they're all busted and all kinds of shit. But this is going to be a lovely restore. The motor's super clean. Probably needs a carb kit. Can put one in. I got that. I know I have a new points coil. It's got some old-ass AC Delco plug, which I know is not factory. But I bet that plug's 100 years old. So pretty interesting to find that. But it does have compression. The recoil is unfortunately broken. These are the original plastic factory wheels. They're pretty busted, unfortunately. There's really no way to save that, unfortunately. The best way to do it is to get the ball bearing ones that look like it and paint them red. And just paint or tape the rubber around them. And I think that's what we're going to do. But man, this thing is complete as it gets. And it's stupid. It's stupid sturdy. It's stupid sturdy. Like you can literally, yeah, you can literally move it anywhere. It turns on a dime. So you don't see a lot of them, and I'm glad he got something in return that he wanted. So I traded him the 2003 Lawn Boy commercial for this one. So being this is an unknown condition, it does have compression. It's not blown up, like I said. So there's potential. May or may not need piston rings and gaskets or not. We'll see. Should be, like I said, the deck will be a breeze. I can wire wheel that, get all the oxidation off, take the wheel off, take the motor off, and redo the dark hunter green. Painters tape the emblems so it doesn't get ruined, but try to preserve it. But it's looking like, does look like, unfortunately, that shroud's pretty pitted. That shroud's, the gas tank's good. If you look inside, it's all chrome. He showed me. It is clean. He showed me. But he was rad. Get this, I lucked out like a bandit on this. He originally wanted $200 as this sat, which is what they'll sell for. But in return, I gave him like $1,100 valued 2003 Lawn Boy commercial mower. Mine Lawn Boy 2003 when I gave it to him. Well, I got that commercial one for nothing. It was on a trade from, believe it or not, from somebody that does house cleanouts. I know that got it for him for nothing. But it was, that commercial mower was brand new. It still had a pan underneath. It was used 3 times. And that was it. It was 3 times, and it sat in a corner somewhere. But I redid most of it, because, you know, it sat and stuff went bad in sitting. But he loved it. It started, first of all, he's like, I don't even think I'm going to sell it. He's like, I'm going to keep it here for my property. I said, this thing's nice. I'm like, yep. He didn't get to, when he got to see it in person, it was like, holy shit, I'll take it. So It's even got the original Coke bottle handle grips. I've never seen ones in such immaculate shape that are just clean. So looks like the handle might have been green at one point. The handle's a little pitted, but I think my wire wheel and my drill will polish and take most of that out. It's hard to say what's going to come off this shroud. This could be pitting we're seeing. This could be a little bit of both. If I can get the pinning to a minimum, I might be able to paint it over and just fill it in and not know the difference. It's hard to tell yet. I think a lot of this is dead paint coming off, but it is crumbling, so most of that is paint. I'm positive this sat in a barn. Like I said, I went a couple hours for this morning. I went a little. When you get something like this, you travel to get it. You got to go a long ways to pick them up, but man, they pay off when you want to see something cool. So this is the 57 I was talking about. Absolutely got it for nothing, and in return, he was happier than pigs and shit with that commercial one. So I'm proud to say I'm a proud new owner of this, and he got a beautiful machine on top of it. He, like I said, he loved it. So no one else liked it but him when I've been trying to trade it. I finally got this. I'm excited as hell. I'm gonna start tearing into it. I'm gonna immediately tear out the old coil and the old points and condenser. We'll put all new ignition in. I know I have a new coil. I know I have points and condenser, new old stock. We'll get all that going. We'll get ignition restored. We'll have to clean the carburetor. Probably. The choke does work. Like I said, the funny story is this still functions. It's hooked up down there. To my knowledge, it still works. Let me see, guys. Oh, it's not hooked up. Okay. Well, it's not a big deal because this choke still moves. If you play with it, it'll go in. If you push like this, it's going to get a little shove. If you pull up for choke, you got choke. That is your choke. It goes down off. That is your choke. That is, in this position, it would be choke. When the motor starts, you take the choke off, turn it off. It's actually quite unique. You turn this, and that's your ignition kill. There's a wire up in there. And that's all intact, so that's good. So if you go to start it again, you go back to run, pull up for choke. Very, very simple. Yeah, the shroud's a rusty pile of you know what, but we'll get it. The throttle, luckily, is not seized. It's actually pretty good despite its outer corrosion here. It actually moves freely. A little sticky, but I have the butterfly shafts and the springs to hold these. I could put a new spring on if needed. But I don't see any doubt in my mind a little TLC, and this thing will be running again. So I have a feeling the recoil spring in here is going to be broken. Don't think I have any more. May have to put that in order, but there is a pulley under here. You can take this off and coil it up, and while the shroud's on, you can test fire it. So they did that for emergencies. So if it did break, you'd have something if you couldn't afford it at the time. But this thing's pretty damn neat. I have a bunch of brick tots, but I don't have a millionth mower. I didn't have a millionth mower year yet, so I got a 57 now officially. I have a 59, I have two 55s. I have like an 81 or 82 that's the last of the brick tops, and then I have a bunch of others that are 60s and lime green ones, you know, that are hard to find that I redid in other videos. But what makes this so unique is that this is the millionth mower. This was like success. You know, they were able to get to that point. So, and I think that's cool because you don't see a lot of these with this emblem. This 5100 is super rare. So that, about anywhere from 57 to 58 would be what they would put these on. So, but this is a 57. It says right on it. This is a super rare trim level. So yep, guys, I hope you enjoyed.